I think we are good, so I will jump in. Welcome, everybody. My name is Katie, and I work at the Sacramento Public Library, where books are just the beginning. Thank you so much for joining us for our midday yoga program. We're so excited to offer this to you and to have local yoga instructor Kirsten Johnson with us today, and we'll get to her in just a moment. But first, I wanted to mention a few things. First is that I'll be monitoring the chat for the duration of the program, so please feel free to share any questions or comments over there, and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you're having any audio related issues, please exit the program and re-enter. Typically, we find that doing that will solve that issue. Also, if you need closed captioning, please click the live transcript button at the bottom of your screen. You'll click that button, wait just a moment, and then you'll see the closed captioning pop up and you can follow along. And I will make sure to put that in the chat as well. And we ask for your grace and understanding in this virtual world that we are living in right now. If there's a delay, one of the hosts drops off, or we experience any other kind of interruption, please allow time for the program to resume and carry on. And finally, this program is being recorded and will be shared to our YouTube channel, which is under Sacramento Public Library. So you can look for it. It should be available by the end of the week, so you can look for it there. And I will also share a link at the end of the month. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Kirsten. So Kirsten, take it away, and everyone, please enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you, Katie, and thank you, Sac Library, for having me. And thank you all for joining this practice today. So my name is Kirsten, and today's practice, we're actually going to start up standing. Maybe have some space that you can move around in the room, or if not, on your mat. And then the two props that I'll recommend today are a yoga box, if you have those, some books that'll do, and maybe a yoga strap, which I forgot to grab, but yeah. So one of those, and we'll get started. So I'm gonna get started in mountain pose, maybe just shaking out anything, your day, what happened before, just shake out, head, fingers, just shake the whole body, just shake. Shake it all off, and then come to a place of stillness where you can find a mountain pose, and we'll just get started with breath. And this practice today, I'm going to offer a lot of different suggestions and options, and I'm also will offer in cue awareness to your breath. So just come into that awareness where you can find your mountain pose, and maybe not even mountain pose, but just find a place where you can stand tall and find. That's just a quick messaging. And take a breath in, ground down through your feet, lift up to the crown. Inhale. Soften the shoulders, exhale, and just relax. Maybe open the mouth and sigh it all out. So do a few more rounds of cleansing breath. And just breathing in and then releasing, exhaling out. And then when you're ready, maybe even closing down the eyes or having a soft gaze, just begin to scan your body as you showed up today, knowing that just showing up today, and if you just want to lay down on your mat, then that's okay also. Everything is going to be an option here. Just breathe in and breathe out. A few more rounds of cleansing breath, just settling into your practice. And then what I'll offer today as a kind of setting or a theme around our practice is to move your body and to do it with the awareness of what you're able to do. A lot of times you go and we think about, oh, this hurts or that hurts, or I can't do this because of that. And so with this practice, as we move through the practice, I invite you to just tap into what you're able to do and how that feels to move in that way. And so with that, begin to maybe open your eyes and just take into the round surroundings around you. And if you have some space around you, just go ahead and move anything out of the way. And we'll just get started by just warming up the neck. So maybe just warm up the neck. And I'm going to invite you to make this as a dance with your breath. So if you want to come back to your stance and just start to create some circles of movement with the head round and round to one shoulder. Maybe you start to wiggle it all the way around in a rotation, or maybe you just come back to that. All right, so now we're going to move the shoulder. So start to move it in a way that maybe like it's a dance. So even close down your eyes. Doesn't matter how silly you look, you know, just go ahead and do it. Just how does it feel to move through your shoulders? Maybe the arms come out and you just wiggle through the fingers. All right. Coming back down, and then move the torso. It doesn't really matter how. Let's move it all around in every direction. Or you could do a standing cat and cow where you inhale and round, exhale. Or you could just move your spine. So how does it feel to move your spine, your shoulders, your neck, all of it right there? Move it like a dance. And then now bring in the hips. So maybe you bring your hips and feet a little bit wider. You sway from side to side. Make circles in one direction or the other direction. Move the hips. There you go. Side to side. And then bend the knees and start to move through the knees. Round and round. There. Remember, this is all about what you're able to do, where you're able to feel some movement in the body. Round down to your feet. Maybe coming to the ball of each toe, each foot. Moving side to side, maybe picking it up, shaking it all around. Okay, let's get into a little bit more movement as you come back to your mountain pose and root down through your feet, maybe even looking down at the feet. Having the toes come in the same direction. Lift up the toes and plant the entire square of your surface of your feet down into the mat, and then gently lower the toes. Come back to your mountain pose as you bend the knees, maybe coming and pulling the thighs back, coming the hips back to neutral, lifting up through the rib cage as the shoulders relax down and hands. Crown of the head is lifted tall. Maybe you bring the neck, chin forward, and then bring it back, lifting it up through the back of the ears. Find your mountain pose. Breathe here. And release. On your next right then, let's create some fluid movement. Breathe in as your arms reach up, stretch up, start to lengthen and walk the shoulders up like you're climbing a rope. There you go, bending each knee, and then come back to a mountain pose where you're looking up at your hands. Breathe here. And then we'll tick-tock from side to side. So maybe even having the feet a little bit wider apart, bringing one hand down, stretching over to the side. And back up, reverse to the other side, and back up. So you can move this, or you can make it fluid, where you stretch over, bend the knees. There you go. Find the movement in your body with your breath, your rhythm. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more movement. So we're going to go cross now. Okay, cross the body. All right, come on, back down. Inhale, reach up all the way up. And then hands come back down to the heart center. Find mountain pose one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so just the sway right here, moving back into the spine. Bend the knees, soften your knees, and let the hands come and wrap around the waist. And then eventually maybe the hands start to wrap around the ribs. And then the shoulders, maybe even giving yourself a pat on the back, just for showing up. Oh, and then slowly start to wind on down. Wind on down. Wind on down. Coming back through mountain pose. Breathe here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, start to fold down all the way down to the earth. Here's where your blocks will come in handy. You can either have them on the tall height, the medium height, or the low height. Which one makes sense for you right here? And then from here, I'll invite you to one more time, bend the knees, and then start to create some movement in the body, maybe swaying from side to side. Drop the head and the crown toward the ground. Breathe in. Find where you want either movement or stillness. And remember, either one is okay. What do you need right now? If you want a little bit of stillness right here in this forward fold, bend the knees, have the belly reach on, rest on top of the thighs, and maybe even grabbing opposite hands or pressing down to the blocks. So find where do you want, which one makes sense for you right here. Root down as your next breath in. Exhale, come all the way to the top and rise. Hands lift up. Hands come to the heart. We'll do that again. Breathe in as you reach up, lengthen through the spine. Maybe there's a back bend here. And then exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down to the mat. This time we're going to invite you to take a little bit of spinal twist as your head comes toward the mat and the legs slowly start to straighten. Remember, they don't have to come all the way straight. You decide where you want to be right here. All right, when you're ready, take a breath in, let the left hand stay down. Inhale and exhale, reach that right hand all the way, gentle twist over to the right. Looking up at that top hand as you press down, opening up right here. And then right hand comes down, left hand reaches away. Inhale and exhale, you stretch long. And back to center. So move this in either one direction or the other, or just make it a movement where it feels like a fluid movement side to side as you stretch and release. 2 more times on each side. Bending one leg, bending one knee, and that the same hand that's lifted that leg will be straight as you feel that. You may feel that extra lengthening of that side of the body. When you come back to center, let the crown of the head drop toward the earth. Take another full breath here and a full release out. Inhale, reach up all the way back to the top. And then hands come back to the center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale as you reach long. Maybe this time you find a back bend as you stretch behind you. Then exhale, you bend the knees, come all the way down to the mat. Forward fold. All right. Right hand stays down, or left hand stays down. Reach away with the right hand. Straighten out that right leg. All right. Side to side, you do that your pace 3 times back and forth. Inhale to reach, exhale to close. And breathe in, stretch long, breathe out, you close it up. I think this is one more time on each side. There you go. Move with your flow. And then coming back through center. Bending the knees, let the crown of the head come toward the ground. One more time. Shake it out, shake it out. Shake your neck, shake your shoulders, and shimmy all up. Shimmy. Remember, move with your breath. Move with some freedom. Shimmy it all the way up. Breathe in. And hands come back to the heart. All right. Coming back through the center. Or to the top of your mat. And remember, water anytime you need it. It's up to you. We're going to move into a little bit more flow. So create this space on your mat where you have a lot of space, where you're able to stretch out long, coming into a star shape, opening up the palms, pressing down through the feet. Maybe you open up through the heart and shoulders. Breathe here. Let the shoulder blades come together. Keep on stretching wide in and out. Take up as much space with your breath. Yes, in your body. And then maybe start to bend your knees from side to side, bending the elbows and coming into your goddess pose. Keep moving from side to side, swaying, bending one leg at a time, or maybe just moving the hips. There you go. One more time, breathe in, inhale. And then exhale, we're going to either step the feet together, hop the feet together, come back to your mountain. Let's do that again. Breathe in, stretch out long. Oh, exhale, bend the knees, come on down. All right, breathe in, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Breathe out, come on down. One more time. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, come on down, and we'll stay here. Pressing down through the feet, opening up through the knees. Can you sit and tuck the tailbone just a little as you engage the belly? There you go. Engage all those abs and stay here. Sink a little lower if you got it, or stay right here. Remember, there's no right or wrong. What do you need? One more time. Inhale, reach long. And then exhale, either hop, jump, skip, or step it all back together. Right, let's add a little bit more movement into that. Breathe in as you reach long, open up, exhale, sink it down. One more time, inhale, reach long, exhale, sink it down. Last time, breathe in, reach long, straighten up the legs, straighten up the arms, exhale, sink it down. One more time as you start to forward fold. Wide leg, forward fold. The heels can come out as the toes come in. And then here's your chance to move. Find your breath. Remember, move with your breath. What do you need right here? Make it a dance. Whether you need some stillness or you need some movement, what do you need? And start to breathe there, feeling the sensations in your body. Notice where you can invite more breath or more release. All right, suggestion, options, right here. You can walk the hands forward or walk the arms forward as you're pressing back down through the hips. One option. Other option, bring the hands underneath the face. Breathe in, press down to your right hand or left hand, switch, reach up and around. Back and forth, back and forth. So choose or maybe try each one. We'll come back to it again. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to try each one. All right, when you're ready, take a half lift here as you press down, straighten up the back. Exhale back to a wide forward fold. One more time. Press down. Come on back to center if your hands have been extended so the hands are underneath the face. Half lift here. Back to a forward fold. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands over to the right. Bend the right knee as we come into a gentle lunge on the right side. Option to lower the back knee. Find your breath, and here's your option. Stay here or rise up. Breathe in and breathe out. Come on as you lower. One more time. Inhale, reach up, rise. Exhale, lower. When you're ready, walk the hands back through center. Stretch long. Here, arms extend. Or you can bring the hands right back in front of the face and do the gentle twist from side to side. Remember, your option. You want to try out the second one? Go ahead and do so. 3 times each side or sinking back into your forward fold. All right, walking the hands back in front of the face. Take a breath in, lengthen, expand. Exhale, you fold. Crown comes toward the earth. Lengthen on that half lift. Coming back towards center. One more time, lengthen. And exhale back, just lower. Walking the hands over to the left side this time. And find in setting up your lunge. Option to bring the back leg down. Just because you did it on the back left side or because you didn't do it, doesn't mean you can't do it this side. So find where you want to stay. Breathe here. Option to inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Breathe in. Oh, expand and exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Reach those arms up. Soften your shoulders. Exhale back through center. Walking the hands Everything comes back to center. Let the heels come in, the knees come out, finding yourself into a low, low, low squat into your malasana, even coming and maybe sitting on top of the blocks or bricks or books. Breathe in through the nose and out. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly make your way all the way back down to a seat. Let the legs come out long. Maybe wiggle your toes, shoulders, neck, all of that. Notice how you feel. Notice where the breath is. Coming into your seated staff, your Dandasana. Ooh, maybe give your toes a little bit more love. Wiggle them out. Stretch and flex. Then when you're ready, go ahead and let the legs come apart into this wider straddle. Take a breath here. Inhale, reach up long. Exhale, go ahead and rotate toward your right leg. And then as you're setting something, reaching toward your toes, go ahead and start reaching long. When you start to feel the back start to round, go ahead and drop your hands and maybe stay right there. If you have room, go ahead and grab the toes, or this is where a strap will come in handy to loop it around the ball of your foot. Grab your pant leg, ankle, anything that you can reach, and stay. Soften your shoulders and start to rotate the torso toward that leg. There you go. And breathe. And then there's options you can have for this shape right here. You can either bring the same hand, right hand come onto the inside of the right foot as you reach up and away with the top arm. Come on back. Make it a movement or make it some stillness. One more time. If you're moving, or go ahead and stay reaching away. On your next breath in, walk both hands towards center. Reach along either fingertips or hands as you walk forward. Drop the neck and shoulders. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. And then let it all go. One more breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Release. On your next breath, go ahead and walk your hands toward your left leg. Grabbing and reaching hold of your left foot, ankle, thigh, pants, and breathe. You want to try a little movement and breathe in as the top arm comes up and around. Exhale back to center. Breathe in and come on back. One more breath here. And then you stay, breathe in, and sweep it all back around. Let everything come on back toward center. Feet come long. And then find yourself in a comfortable seat. I'm going to sit ahead on the practice. And then bring the sole of the feet together and let the knees just come out. Here's also a good place to put blocks underneath the knees. And once you find your sit bones, breathe in, reach up long. Exhale, start the forward fold right here. Grabbing hold of the toes, your ankles, or even walking the body forward. You can return back to the breath. Notice what's happening in the body. Notice any thoughts that may arise and coming back to the present, coming back to the breath in and the release on the breath out. Another time, just like that. And then slowly walking back up, using the hands to bring the knees back towards center. And then either finding your final shape of Shavasana, either coming back down to the ground. If there's any shape that you want to take before you go on back down to the ground with your back, or maybe even staying seated in a seated meditation. And then let's take a breath in together. Open your mouth, slowly exhale, release. Too early. All right. Today's mindful moment is a quote from The Alchemist. So just come into your breath, come into just your sense of awareness. Maybe putting your hand on your heart. Feeling in your heart space. And today's quote is, because when we love, we always strive to be better than we are. And when we become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Take a full breath in. And then when you're ready, release and let it go. One more time. Inhale deeply, taking up as much space as you can with your breath in your body. Take a full inhale. And release. One more on your own. And then when you're ready, start to slowly just move, awakening body, coming into more awareness of space, of being present, and finding yourself in a seat. Then moving your body in any way that feels like it's appropriate right here, just to come back to a long supported spine, coming back into what this practice meant for you. And maybe it just meant that you just stayed here and you got to breathe and you got to move and to see what you were able to do. When you're ready, bring a breath in, all of you, inhale. Exhale, let the hands come back down together, heart center. As we end the practice together, for you, for me, for community, and in the spirit of Ubuntu, I am because we are. And when we do love and we do better, the whole world becomes better. Thank you for your practice. It's all you, Katie.
That was lovely. Thank you so much, Kirsten. And thank you, everybody, again for joining us for Midday Yoga. We invite you to explore additional exercise resources in the library collection, including yoga books and DVDs available right now on Hoopla. We'll be back next Wednesday at noon, so we hope to see you then. So to find a library location near you, sign up for a library card, or to learn about upcoming programs for all ages, just go to www.saclibrary.org. So for Kirsten, myself, and the Sacramento Public Library, thank you so much and be well. Bye.